money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Talk MMA. As always, I'm Colby.
Brodie, and welcome to the only channel where picks and bets, they're the same thing, guys.
Same thing. Heard it from the horse's mouth. And we have a very special episode for you this week. We have UFC 329. Conor McGregor's finally coming back, and I am very excited to finally be a capper talking about this real quick. I just want to make sure audio's working. Yep, we're good. It was a little wonky last week. Feels nice to be capping a Conor McGregor card.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Brodie's never seen a Conor McGregor card live.
Nope.
And honestly, it's a really stacked undercard, which usually it's not on a McGregor card. Usually they're like, all right, McGregor's enough. But the whole card, bottom to top, I think it's stacked. And I wouldn't call myself casual, so wasting no more time, opening up UFC 329, we have Cody Durden going up against short notice Alessandro Costa. Cody Durden was supposed to be fighting Ode Osborne, and in that match, I was picking Cody Durden. Alessandro Costa, though, he's primed. He's just too good, coming off back-to-back KOs. I know it's Matt Schnell, and that's what you should be doing to Matt Schnell, and same with Stuart Nickel. But the way he knocked them out was so vicious. And honestly, I think come the second round, we see Alessandro Costa really, really putting some damage on Cody Durden with some body work. He's got really, really nice rips to the body. He's got good wrestling. He's got good counter wrestling. And I think Cody Durden's last performance was kind of a one-off. He looked good against Chapo Filo, but you know, if you can stop the takedowns and counter the grappling of Filo, he has nothing left to offer. Alessandro Costa is very well-rounded. What are you thinking, Brodie?
I'm thinking Costa knocks him out. This is Costa's, what is this? His, his third fight in 3 months.
Yeah. 3 months ago was Stuart Nickel.
All the time as of recently, and he's been getting the job done. Cody Durden, I just want to double check to make sure. His last fight was at 135. Yeah, it was. He was at 135, and he was able to hang in there and not get his clock clean. We're back at 125, right?
Yeah, so flyweight.
Yeah, we're back at 125. All right. Costa was on short notice for his last fight, too. He also made 130. Durden was on short notice for his last fight. He made 135. Both these guys are going to be back at 125 for this one. They have to make the cut down. Durden's chin does not hold up well at 125, we have seen. If that last fight wasn't at 135, he probably doesn't win that fight either. I think Costa's going to come in, knock him out. That's what Costa does.
Yeah.
His fight against Alden Correa, he could have won that, but his toe ended up getting split. He didn't want to even go out into the third round, and his corner forced him into it.
Yeah.
But after that, he's getting knockout. Yeah, it's Stuart Nickel. Yeah, it's Matt Schnell. But I think Cody Durden's chin's on the same level as those two's chins. So give me Costa by knockout.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Moving up, speaking of knockouts, we got Ryan Gandra going up against Zach Reese. Why don't you go ahead and take this one?
I'm about to surprise some people, I think, with my pick. So when I first saw this fight announced, I immediately said Zach Reese. Thought it over, heard some other people, and I'm like, all right, Gandra is probably the way to go. Thinking back one more time on this, I think I might pick Zach Reese here. Now, I have to tell you why. Zach Reese is a southpaw. And he loves ripping the kicks to the body. It's going to be there for him. That kick is going to be there. Gandra loves to throw the leg kicks, and against a southpaw, the leg kick he wants, I forget what's... It's just not going to be there for him. Zach Reese has an interesting way to win this. We've seen his chin start getting better and hold up. I mean, I thought Jackson McVeigh was going to put him down with some nasty elbows. He ended up splitting Reese, and Reese came back up the sub. The Pereira split decision kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. How you not beating Michel Pereira is freaking weird to me. Everyone should be beating him. Cedric Dumas in a shot. He probably would have beat out Dumas, but that didn't happen. I like Reese. I think Reese finds a way to win here. I think it could be a weird submission. I don't know what Gandra's like on the ground. I don't, and I think Reese could be miles ahead down there. His chin just has to hold up. He can't play off his back like he likes to. Gandra is powerful. He does hit hard, but this is his second UFC fight. He knocked out Jose Medina, but that was after Teba rocked him. I gotta take Zach Reese. Gandra's just too untested. I've seen what Zach Reese can do. His chin's starting to hold up better. He's becoming a better striker. He knows what he's doing on the ground. I got to take Zach Reese. And probably going to get a submission win.
Taking Ryan Gandra, round 1 KO. I think his forward pressure is way too much. I think he hits way too hard, and I think Zach Reese's head is way too small for his body. And I genuinely think that's going to be his demise here. I don't think he has a chin. I think Cedric or Jackson McVeigh almost finished him. Michel Pereira almost finished him. Like, give me Ryan Gandra round 1 KO. I think he runs through Zach Reese.
I mean, it's Reese's chin. I think is pretty good. All right. I mean, Azamat got him with ground and pound, but most of those shots were to the back of the head.
Azamat elbowed him in the face and knocked him out. He didn't hit him in the back of the head.
It was ground and pound. It says.
Yeah,
I'm reading ground.
He was like hitting him in the face though from mount. He didn't hit him in the back of the head. He like elbowed him in the face.
I remember him getting dropped, and then
I don't know. I think honestly, I think this is the quickest finish of the night. I think Gandra makes light work of Reese. I might be wrong come Saturday, but I think he's running through him.
I think the quickest finish of the night is going to be the fight before, or it's going to be the fight after this one.
You think Costa's going to be a quicker finish than Gandra, like either side?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think Costa will be a bigger finish.
You think he's getting a first round finish?
Costa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he slams out Durden in 1.
Anything else you got for that one, or were you good?
Don't tail me, guys. I'm taking the dog. I'm taking Zach Reese. I'm probably taking the submission prop. But don't tail me.
I'll be riding Ryan Gandra round 1 KO, but we'll talk that more on Friday. Moving up, we got Farid Basharat going up against John Garza. Originally, Farid Basharat was supposed to be fighting Ethan Ewing, and I was going to be picking Ethan Ewing, but John Garza, I don't really know a whole lot about him. I know he's got pretty good boxing. He's pretty well-rounded for the most part for like the regional scene. Pretty good combination, head body, but I think Basharat's just too experienced. And Basharat's one of those dudes where every time he wins, I'm like, all right, like, that's it though. Like, he's not gonna win again and 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 again. And he keeps winning and he keeps eking out decisions. And I don't think he's gonna finish John Garza. Maybe he gets the KO, but I think Basharat's just too experienced, and I think it's just too much of a step up for Garza. He's young. Yeah, he's 23. Like, you gotta take Basharat. You gotta take the experienced veteran in this situation. I would have been picking against him if he was fighting Ethan Ewing still.
Yeah, I think Basharat gets a sub.
Sub? It's not a bad call.
Yeah, I think he's getting a sub. This man's been decision machine as of late, and this is a giant step down in competition for him since his Gene Matsumoto fight. I'm going to split decision with Gene, which I still think Basharat lost that, but Gene bleeds easily. I just think this is going to be easy picking for Farid. This is a giant step down in competition for him, I would say. Yeah, it should be just take him down, sub him, because Garza doesn't. It doesn't look like Garza knows much on the. Well, he has some like a submission win.
He's just
But
so
it's-
young, dude. He's only 23.
Yeah.
And where's his submission win? In Fury or in Melee?
It's in.
It's got to be in Melee. Melee.
I don't know what the hell this is called. Extreme Knockout.
Never heard of it.
Extreme Knockout. It was his first pro win. It was a rear naked choke in round 1. Looking at his amateur bouts, I mean, it looks like he's either rear naked choke. No, he's getting subbed. He has 3 submission losses in his amateur bouts. This dude doesn't know much on the ground, so I'm going to take Farid to get a submission.
Yeah, it's a really good call, especially fighting out ATT. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be rocking with you on that. I'm definitely on Bachelorette, but I like the sub call there. Anything else for that one, or are you good?
I think I'm good on that one. That might be a sneaky little play.
All right, we're gonna skip the jokes on this one because we did this like a month ago when he fought. But we got Damian Pinas going up against Cesar Almeida, and Cesar Almeida used to be very, very good. He had a nice comeback KO over Abdul Razak Alasan about a year and a half ago. He was getting kind of mollywopped, caught him in the pocket, starched him. Really nice KO. Before that, decision win against Ihor Peteria. Before that, he lost to Roman Kopylov. Before that, he beat Dylan Budka. I believe that was Budka's last fight in the KO. Currently coming off a loss to Cezary Alexeychuk. Pinas on a 5-fight win streak. He kind of just has that kiss of death. That like touch of death, all coming by knockout. I think all 9 of his victories are by knockout, and he just finds a way to find the finish. He just has that power in his hands. He's gonna have 5.5 inch reach advantage. He's got that like semi Muay Thai kind of striking, where he's gonna rip the low kicks and just kind of headhunt a little bit with his hands. But it works for him, man, and I can't stress enough how much power he has in his hands. And I know Cesar Almeida, he beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing. Yeah, when? 10 years ago, 12 years ago, okay. It's not the same Cesar Almeida, you know, and I think Pinas is gonna find the finish here. Probably early, first or second round.
I was picking Pinas a bunch. Like a bunch. But Almeida's never been knocked out.
No one's ever been knocked out till they've been knocked out.
True.
Ilias
True.
Poirier never lost a fight until he fought Justin Gaethje.
True. But Almeida's only 2 losses come to 2 fighters, 2 like kickboxers, strikers, who took him down.
Go look at his fight. Go watch his fight with Abdul. He was getting the shit kicked out of him. He just caught him in the pocket. He caught him the exact same way that Izzy caught Pereira.
No, but I'm saying when he loses, when Cesar loses, it's against these kickboxers who are deciding to take him down.
I don't think it matters here, dude. I think Damian has so much
Roman
power.
Kopylov took him down 5 times.
Caesar's 14 years older than him. 14 years older than him.
Cezary Alexeychuk took him down like 7.
14
I don't think
years older than him.
Striking, like trying to go for the takedowns here. I don't.
I think he's gonna need it.
14 years older, but that's 14, years more experience.
He has less fights.
In MMA.
Less pro MMA fights than Damian does. And he's 14 years old. Bro, he's getting starched. No one's ever been knocked out till they've been knocked out.
I don't think. Oh, dude, this is tough. Every part of me is telling me Almeida.
Do what you think is right, but Tell you what's gonna happen. Damien's gonna put belt to ass in the first round on Caesar. This might be the quickest finish of the night, honestly. Well, or if not, it'll be the second.
Give me Cesar Almeida to win.
How?
Give me the knockout.
I'm rocking round 1, Damien KO, putting a hurting
Give me
on him.
Almeida around 3 KO.
We will see. We will see. Moving up, we got Tracy versus Kong Wang. You go ahead, take this one.
All right, guys, we're gonna skip the jokes for this one too.
Uh-huh.
Tracy Cortez, dude, the one who fights with fake eyelashes in the octagon, and she gets them knocked off almost constantly. Against Kong Wang, they were trying to build her up to be kind of like an Alex Pereira type. They wanted her versus Valentina so bad since she beat Valentina in kickboxing. They wanted to do the same thing they did with Pereira and Izzy. Didn't work out that way. Kind of got checked by Gabriela Fernandez. But since then, she's kind of been a little bit of a decision monster. She hasn't been striking with the same carelessness, you could say. Tracy Cortez is fighting better competition. I mean, Rose and Aaron, she's losing to higher comp and she's beating who she should. This is what worries me about Tracy. I don't think her mind's fully in it. I mean, it could be she's down in Mexico. She apparently is working harder, but I don't think she's working as hard as Kong Wang. Like, Tracy has other options. I don't think Kong Wang has other options. This is her only option here, is to fight. And when you're beating Valentina Shevchenko, I know it was however many years ago, there's something there. Now, Kong Wang's takedown defense didn't really hold up well against Eduardo Mora, and that's because Eduardo Mora was hitting these weird type of takedowns, like a wrestler kind of takedowns, and then scrambling to top position. Tracy Cortez ain't going to be doing that kind of stuff. She's going to be working in the clinch, and if she works in the clinch, I think Kong Wang is going to be throwing elbows, throwing knees. This is probably the cheapest we'll ever get Kong Wang at. These are near even odds, and you can't pass on somebody who's been like a minus 2,500, minus 1,200, minus 300. Like, you got to take Kong Wang. So, Kong Wang, probably a decision because she's fighting very reserved as of recently.
I like the breakdown, but I'm going to have to humbly disagree. I was picking Kong Wang earlier in the week, but I have flipped to Tracy Cortez. I watched this fight again, man, and I was like, dude, Eduardo Mora doesn't even have a gas tank, and she was able to hold down Kong Wang for so much of that fight. And I know Kong Wang ended up winning, but Tracy Cortez is such a better grappler and such a better wrestler than Eduardo Mora could ever dream of being. And I really do think Tracy's locked in for this fight. I think Tracy could find a submission win here, but I do think it's more so going to be a control dominant decision. I could also see Kong Wang just flash KOing her in the first round because she comes out pretty hot, but I think Tracy's wrestling is going to be the difference maker here. There was too many holes in the game 4 months ago, but we'll call it 5 months ago, for Kong Wang to make that much of a difference against a lifelong wrestler like Tracy. But I can see the why on Kong Wang.
Gotta take Kong Wang. We are very opposite this card.
Couple of them. This one I'm assuming we're the same. Got Luke Riley going up against Kai Kamaka the third. What do you got for this one, Brodie? I love Luke Riley.
Kai Kamaka, man. I thought Dakota Hope was gonna beat him, and he beat Dakota Hope. Man, it's always a split decision too. Like, Kai Kamaka always fights close, and Riley, he let Aswell make it really close. So, guys, I'm taking Luke Riley. Yeah, I'm not taking Kai Kamaka. No, screw that. Luke Riley's gonna lay him out.
You're gonna lay him out.
He's gonna lay him out. Luke Riley don't get knocked out. Luke Riley does the knockouts. He fought very reserved against Aswell. No idea why. He should have just lit him up. And I think the way Kai Kamaka fights, he's going to be in your face. I don't think there's going to be much grappling going on, which is going to favor Riley here. And I just think Riley catches the chin. He just catches the chin. Yeah.
I definitely see him hurting Kai. He's got that Hawaiian fighting spirit, man.
Kai Kamaka's also, this is 145, right? His last fight was at light heavy. No, was that heavy? Oh, was that lightweight?
Yeah, what this is at
He was at
featherweight?
155.
Oh, I didn't know that. All
Featherweight.
right.
So he's coming down. Yeah, I think Luke Riley's gonna starch him.
Yeah, no, I do too now. I didn't realize this was at 145. I thought they were fighting at lightweight.
Yeah, he's cutting another 10. Yeah, I think Riley starches him. The way
Dude,
Riley just
like,
throws his combinations.
He caught Bogdan
he's
grabs.
high IQ. He did. I just didn't like how he gave Aswell so many chances in their fight.
Yeah, I don't know
He
what
could've
was
laid
going
Aswell
on
out.
in that fight. That was weird.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say something was in his head. He wasn't just with himself. Like he wasn't there mentally or something.
Yeah, he was fighting weird.
But yeah, I don't think someone who's 18-7-1 is gonna take the O from Luke Riley.
Yeah, no,
But,
me neither. I think it's gonna take someone hot, up and coming.
Yeah, or a very experienced vet with like. I don't think Luke Riley loses that O until maybe around the top 15 level,
Yeah,
and it's
I
just a way
agree.
below that.
All right, moving up, we've got Cody Garbrandt going up against Adrian Yanez. Cody Garbrandt, you can't talk about him without talking about his performance against Dominic Cruz, but another I don't want to call it a one-off performance because he was a good fighter for a long time, but you got to leave that performance in the past when you're talking about Cody Garbrandt at this point. He should be 3-2 in his last 5. He got the win against Long Zhao. He did not beat Long Zhao. He won because of some low blows, and they took away 2 points in one round. If you watched it, you know, obviously. Adrian Yanez, also not a fighter I'm super duper high on by any means. You know, he did lose to Rob Font by KO, lost to Jonathan Martinez by leg kicks. Brodie was talking about that earlier with me. But I just have no confidence in Cody Garbrandt at this point. I think it's honestly just a matter of, does Adrian knock him out, or does Cody run around the octagon long enough to float to a decision? But I don't see Cody Garbrandt winning this fight unless he catches Adrian in the first 45 seconds when they're still cold. I think Cody's too slow. He has no chin. He's just not the same fighter he was 10 years ago. You know, who would be? Adrian, bit younger, got a bit of a reach advantage, 4.5 inches. Again, I'm not super impressed with Adrian Yanez by any means, so I'm not going to be hammering anything on this fight, but I do think he beats Cody Garbrandt either by KO or decision.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay strong with my first pick. I'm taking Cody Garbrandt. Guys, the last person to knock out Cody was Kai Kara France, and that dude hits hard. Knocked out Ursay with 1 punch. Last person to sub him was Figgy. I mean, Figgy's slow too. I could see that. Cody slow, Figgy slow. Figgy got to the back, choked him out. Fight with Rayoni. Rayoni was having a resurgence at the time, so you can't really take nothing. It was a decision. And then Long Zhao, I had Cody losing that fight, but he got kicked in the nuts too many times, and the judges gave it to him. I am not high on either of these fighters, but just looking at the last couple of fights, I would have to pick Cody. Yanez just doesn't seem UFC level to me. He just doesn't.
I think Cody just looked so bad in his last fight, dude. It wasn't even that long ago. It was 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Maybe he sharpened it up a little bit more, but I can't go for Yanez. I can't. Like, every time I see like one of his cards, I just want to rip it.
I don't blame you. I'm not huge on him either, but I do think he beats Garbrandt here. We'll see. We'll find out Saturday night.
I'm taking Cody No Love to get. I want to say a knockout.
We'll see. It's a tall order.
It is. It is.
You will see. All right, go ahead and take this one, Brodie.
All right, we are very split, and I'm gonna keep it split, guys. I'm taking Elijah. No, I'm taking Stevenson, guys. How can you not? This dude's an Olympic athlete. People have been waiting for his UFC debut for a long time now. Training with John Jones and like Josh Hockett. This guy's an experienced athlete. He's 3-0. He's minus 3,000 favorite.
But
I
like
mean,
one of the highest favorites in history.
Yeah, there's no point in putting any money on this fight. All right, Alicia Ellison just got knocked out by Brando Petrovic in round 1. What's gonna happen here is the ref's gonna say fight. Stevenson's gonna take him down immediately, and he's just gonna ground and pound until it's over. That's gonna be it. This might be the fastest finish on the card, honestly.
Yeah, or it might be
It
like
could be.
his last opponent where he knocked him out, and while he was unconscious, he fucking blasted a double leg and took him down all in like one motion.
It could happen. I mean, Ellison's just got rocked 9 months ago. And this is his second UFC fight? Yeah, I know. They're just feeding Ellison to the sharks.
Yeah.
There's really nothing more to say about
No,
this fight.
yeah.
Abel Stevenson, knockout, 30 seconds.
Like 30, 45 seconds, yeah. I got literally nothing else to add on to it. Like, what else?
There's nothing to say about
What
that
else is there
fight.
to say? Yeah. Gable's gonna come out, make light work of him, and hopefully they don't allow him to just be a can crusher forever. And they actually give him some competition. Moving up, speaking of some competition, we got Bobby Knuckles going up against Nikita Krylov. Bobby Knuckles making his UFC debut at light heavyweight, which I'm very excited for. I think it's going to be a good fight for him. I think it's a good, welcoming fight for him. He's coming off back-to-back losses to Hamzat and to RDR. That was Hamzat a year ago before he was kind of dethroned. And RDR, just giganto. And I understand he's moving up in weight, so he's going to be fighting dudes that are naturally a little bit bigger. But I think Nikita Krylov specifically is a good matchup for Rob. I think Nikita likes to crash in the same way that Whitaker does, and I think Whitaker will be willing to meet him right in the middle. I think he's going to have the lighter man skill, and I think he's going to carry just as much power, if not a little bit more, than specifically Nikita Krylov, not all UFC light heavyweights. But I like this matchup a lot for Bobby, and from a fan perspective and from a capper perspective, I got to take him, and I think he gets the finish here. Krylov coming off KO Bukowskis. But yeah, I don't know. I like Bobby Knuckles in this spot.
You gotta like 1 second, guys. All right. Yeah. I'm back and forth on this fight, and I guess I have to finally make my decision. Robert Whitaker, Bobby Knuckles. This dude has cardio for days. But a split decision loss to RDR because he was the smaller guy. Getting subbed up almost instantly by Hamzat. He hasn't looked good his last 2 fights. Now, again, he lost to RDR because he was smaller. I think if he was a little bigger, he probably beats him. And now he's moving up.
He almost knocked him out, too.
He's moving up because he doesn't want to cut the weight, not because he thinks he's this kind of man. Rumors this is his last fight. I mean, Krylov's chin has been questionable, but he survived Bukakis, so. But Bukakis doesn't throw much. He doesn't really hit hard. It's his elbows that do most of the damage, and he didn't really throw many. And he kind of just gassed out and got subbed up. by Krylov. Is Bobby Knuckles going to fear the takedowns? That's what I've been wondering this whole time. He didn't seem to care about them with RDR. He kept it on the feet. And it's not going to happen here. Can his takedown defense hold up again? Can he keep this on the feet against Krylov? Man, it's just more. There's more power, I feel like, on the Krylov side for some weird reason. I feel like Bobby's going to be faster. He's going to have the Letterman skill, the more fast twitch muscles. Fast twitch muscles.
Krylov is the naturally bigger man, so it's understandable to be like, okay, he'll carry more power.
And he's the younger guy, too, which is crazy.
That is crazy. I always forget that. How much younger is he? Like a year?
Just by a year.
Yeah.
A year and a half, pretty much. He's the younger guy. He's the natural light heavyweight. He's 6'3", so he's 3 inches taller. He's got like 5 or 4 inches on reach. I think I gotta go Krylov. No, Bobby. No,
Gotta see him on the scales too and see how much bigger Krylov looks than him. Because Krylov's 6'3", so he's gonna be 3 inches taller. He's gonna have a 4-inch reach advantage. So he's gonna be like his frame. He's gonna be a bit bigger than Bobby, but I don't know. I think Bobby's really fast. I think he's gonna have the lighter man skill, and I think it's gonna carry over pretty well for him.
But will that 20 pounds extra weight slow him down?
I don't know. He walks around. He's not like bulking up to make light heavyweight. He's just cutting less weight.
Know,
like
he walks around at like 230.
Yeah, like he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
But still, like cutting 50 pounds off you definitely has to make you faster.
For sure.
And now
it could, but it could also drain the shit out of you too.
True. You know what? Screw it. Bobby Knuckles to get a KO. Screw it to end off his career because rumors it's retirement fight.
Which is weird because they fight in Australia like twice a year, so I don't know why he would retire there.
Maybe he doesn't want to wait. Who knows?
I will be right back. If you want to start on this one, I will be right back. Hopefully I make it back before you finish it, even though I'm going to be like 10 seconds.
All right. Okay, guys. We got King Green and Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney. KO. Is he back? I don't think he's back. Yeah, no, this should be... Terrence McKinney's going to come out hot like he always does. This dude sets the first 2.5, 3 minutes on fire. It's his fight, those first few minutes. After that, whoever he's facing usually takes over. So, McKinney... Bobby Green likes to keep his hands down and kind of taunt people. If you taunt McKinney, you're probably going to get knocked out. You got to keep them hands up around him. And Green doesn't want to do that. Green likes to leave him down. But McKinney just comes right at you. He's not going to stop. So if Green backs up, tries to do some head movement, McKinney's just still going to be walking into him and eventually probably take him down. Green's a good wrestler. Green knows what he's doing on the ground. But like I said, the first 3 minutes, first 2.5, 2 minutes, it's going to be McKinney's world. All Green has to do is survive. So my pick's going to be Terrence McKinney. And, guys, if Green looks like he's surviving or this gets into round 2, you'll bet Green like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Terrence McKinney's never even seen the third round in his entire career. The
way I think I'm going to play this is probably McKinney KO over Green by sub.
Yeah, that's safe. I like the Terrence McKinney KO under half a round. I think he's going to absolutely blitz Bobby Green. Another contender for quickest finish of the night. Obviously, though, this is one you watch with your sportsbook open in hand, and you pay attention to the odds. And if you see all of a sudden that timer is getting to half a round, we're 3 minutes in, we're 3.5 minutes in, that's when seconds really start counting for Terrence McKinney. And if we start getting towards, through half a round, really start looking at live betting Bobby Green, because that means he survived the most dangerous output from Terrence McKinney, which is seconds 1 to about seconds 300 or seconds like 150, like the first minute and a half of the fight. I do think Bobby Green's gonna have his hands too low. I think he's gonna get caught. I think it's gonna be a vicious KO from Terrence McKinney in the first round. But I'll be watching it with the sports book open for sure.
Agreed.
Moving up, Brody's boy, Loney Kavanaugh going up against Brandon Raw Dog Royval. Brandon Royval 17-9-0 in his career. He's coming off 2 losses, a nasty KO in the first round to Manel Kopp. Before that, fight of the year contender against Joshua Van, who obviously then went on to become champion. Shortly after that, he had a couple of good wins against Tatsuro Taira and Brandon Moreno, lost to Alexander Pantoja. So he's losing to good guys. But I think at 33, almost 34, he's starting to slow down a little bit. I think after those 2 vicious KOs, it's really going to start playing with his head a little bit. I think Loney is coming off of a gigantic win, and he's going to be carrying some gigantic confidence after a win over a former champion like that. You know, even his Charles Johnson fight, it's nothing to look at and bow his head about. He got caught exiting the pocket. It happened. Same exact thing happened to Josh Van before he went on to win the belt. It's the best thing that can happen to you in MMA, actually. It's getting caught by an uppercut from Charles Jourdain. Before that, beating Felipe dos Santos. Before that, beating Jose Ochoa, who's a great prospect. And Loney, he's only 27 years old, man. He's so fast. He's so fast. So like epitome of flyweight division fast. I love watching him fight. He's so crafty. He's years above his age in terms of his fight IQ. And I think he puts Brandon Royval away at some point in this fight. I think he's got 15 minutes to do it, and I think it's going to take him less than 15 minutes to find it. So give me Loney Kavanaugh by KO. I think he finds the chin of Brandon Royval. I think he wears on him over the course of like 10 minutes, and I think he probably puts him away somewhere in the second or third.
I agree with the pick. I disagree with the method. I'm on Loney, and I'm taking the decision. He got knocked out by Cap. Manel's probably the hardest hitter ever at this weight class.
Yeah, like we just did to Horiguchi.
Yeah, that dude hits hard. I don't think anyone's gonna be doing like I don't think anyone hits as hard as Cap. Josh Van won by decision. Before that, split decision with Taira. Before that, he won a split decision with Moreno. Before that, lost a decision to Pantoja. He's a decision man. Loney himself hasn't gotten a KO win since the Contender Series.
He's due.
And, I mean, he could be, but I don't think if Josh Van couldn't knock out Royval, I don't think Loney's gonna.
Josh Van doesn't carry crazy power, though. It took him to the 5th round to knock out Taira.
True, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think Loney carries crazy power either. Decision with Ochoa, decision with Dos Santos, decision with Brandon Moreno. I mean, it was short notice, but still a decision with Brandon Moreno.
He was putting the hurt on Brandon Moreno, though, too.
Taira got a TKO win in round, 1 or 2 of Moreno? I know it wasn't really
that's from the grappling. Yeah, he got his back.
But he got it, and Loney went to a decision. I think Loney wins. I just think it's going to be a decision. I think he has very good IQ. I do have a problem with how he drops his hands exiting the pocket sometimes. That does worry me. But like getting chinned by Charles Johnson it's nothing really to worry about in this weight class. It kind of does you good.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Josh Van.
Loney just has to fight this technical. He can't get into a crazy in the red zone exchange with Brandon Royval because that's how Brandon Royval fights. He fights in the pocket, crazy exchanges. I think Loney's too technical for him, and I think as long as he can keep his head on his shoulders and stick to the game plan and stay on the outside and pick him apart, I think he has no problem getting a decision, but I do also think he's live for the finish. I don't know why. I think he's primed for it.
We'll see. I'm agreeing with 71% of these people on Tapology. I'm taking Loney by decision.
Moving up.
I think we're about.
What were you saying? Sorry.
I think we're. I mean, again was Cap. Before that, probably a while. If my computer wants to load.
Yeah, you're frozen on me. I can hear you though.
Because who was the last one to start him before Manel?
I don't know if he'd
It was
been.
Moreno back in 2020.
Oh,
No, it
wow.
wasn't. That was a shoulder injury. Can't count that.
I was gonna say I don't know if he'd
was
been
the last one to
knocked out
starch him?
before that. I don't know if he's ever been starched like Cop knocked him out.
Okay, so Manel Cap was the only one to ever start Brandon Royval.
His last fight though.
Only one. I don't think Loney's gonna do it. Give me the decision.
All right, rocking with it.
You got to hit really effing hard.
I don't know, man. His fight, it wasn't that long ago. It was this year. When was it? The Cop. This was December. All right. All right, I'll let you go ahead and start this one. This is your boy.
This is my boy Mario Bautista is taking on Corey the Sandman Hagen.
Question real quick before you start this breakdown. Have you seen their first fight?
No.
It was like 7 years
I know.
ago, and I'm always saying
Mario
don't
got-
count it in after a certain amount of time. But I was just curious if you've seen their first fight.
I didn't, but I do know Mario got subbed.
Yep.
Since then, I think Batista knows what he's doing on the ground now. I think Batista has evolved more as a fighter, and Sandhagen's kind of just plateaued a bit.
Exactly like this.
Corey's last fight was Marab 9 months ago, and that was probably one of the worst Corey has ever looked. I mean, he hasn't been looking good as of recently. Lost to Umar. He looked good. I thought he might have won. If I'm remembering that fight right, I think he won. I thought he won that fight, but I think they were in the Middle East. So
You're talking about Batista or you're talking about Sandhagen?
Sandhagen.
I thought Batista won his fight against Umar, but they were in the Middle East.
I think Sandhagen won his two against Umar, but I think they were also in the Middle East. I remember there was a day card. I remember that.
Makes sense.
So it might have been. But then he beat Figgy by injuring his knee. It was kind of a weird calf slicer, knee slicer thing. Then the lost to Marab, where Marab was just on a roll and took down Sandhagen a stupid amount of times. And before that, he split decision with Cheeto. Cheeto kind of just stands in your face, stares at you, doesn't throw much. Decision against Rob Font. Rob Font's losing a lot as of recent. So those aren't really big to me. And I mean, I think Batista beat Umar. He like flash knocked him out in round one.
Almost ripped his foot off.
Oliveira. Yeah, he did almost rip his foot off.
It was
Clearly beat
nasty.
Oliveira. Just tossed him around. Clearly beat Patchy Mix. Patchy didn't throw a thing. Batista used him as the punching bag. Aldo split decision. Had Aldo against the cage. Had a lot of control time. Very close fight in that one, but he still beat Aldo. Beat Ricky Simone, great wrestler. So Mario has evolved. He's gotten better. Sandhagen's just plateaued. And when you're plateauing and one's evolving, I got to go with the evolving fighter. I'm a big Mario Batista believer. I have been on him since the Aldo fight. I've called him to win since Aldo's. I called him to beat Patchy. I called him to beat Umar. I still think he beat Umar.
You called him beat him by decision too. I remember. I was like, they're in the Middle East. They're crazy. But I think he should have won that by decision.
He should have won that decision. I'm backing my boy Mario Batista, and I think the evolution here is going to be enough. I don't think he's going to want to go to the ground with Sandhagen. He'll probably stay on the feet, but I don't think Corey's not throwing the same amount of strikes or with as reckless regard as he used to anymore. He's kind of a little bit more preserved. So again, with that being said, I gotta go Batista. Give me a decision.
I agree. I think on paper, Corey Sandhagen's the better fighter. I think in the octagon, he has a hard time. I don't want to say fails to put it all together because we've seen every aspect of his game executed beautifully, but he overthinks it and he tends to leave a lot of like literal time gaps where he's kind of just standing there switching stances and like feinting and never throwing anything and faking a takedown and never committing to it. And like there's a lot of that in between the actual action, and I feel like Mario Batista is way more likely to not shoot a takedown, but shoot in on those breaks and get more minutes and moments out of the fight, while Corey Sandhagen's left there looking for just moments. And I think we'll have a good idea how this fight goes pretty early on. And same thing, I've been thinking Mario Batista decision the whole time. I think Batista's gone up, and I think Sandhagen's kind of plateaued a bit as well. A win over Davison Figueiredo doesn't really say much to me at this point in his career, even a year ago.
Oh, it's
Split
crazy.
decision to Chito Vera, like,
since that knee injury, Figgy's fought more times than Corey has, which is crazy.
that is crazy. But yeah, I'm taking Mario Batista by decision. I agree.
And now it's one of your boys.
Moving up. Come-in event. We got Benoit Saint Denis going up against Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. And I am very excited for this one, man. Benoit Saint Denis coming off of a win to Dan Hooker that he almost lost in the first round. Nice little comeback. Nasty KO in the first 20 seconds over BSD. Exposed Mauricio Hoofy on the ground a little bit. Beat him by sub. Beat Kyle Prepelec by sub, as you should. Before that, he had that very gruesome loss to Renato Moicano. Paddy Pimblett, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of I don't want to call it a devastating loss after seeing Ilya's loss to him, but, you know, coming off of a loss to Justin Gaethje, which definitely aged well after Ilya's loss to that. Before that, undefeated in the UFC. People are very iffy about the Jared Gordon decision. I see how you could say Gordon won it. But I think Benoit starts way too slow. Go rewatch the fight with Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker almost had him finished with teeps to the body in the first round. He had him hurt bad. He had him like gagging in pain, hurt bad. And I think Paddy Pimblett starts so fast, and his win over Michael Chandler shows that too. And this finishing exchange was set up with a gigantic flying knee that busted Michael Chandler open. And I think Paddy's live to do the same thing here to Benoit Saint Denis when Benoit is trying to shoot for a takedown. I think Benoit thinks in his mind that he's a way better wrestler or grappler than Paddy, but I don't see that being the truth here. I think I could see Paddy just getting into full mount and just raining down elbows from the top and just splitting BSD open. I feel like a lot of people have been calling the submission this week, but I feel like the KO is a lot more live. I feel like if I'm putting this on Slips Heavy, it'll be the ITD Paddy, but don't be greedy getting him at plus 115 underdog. But I like Paddy and to get it done however he wants, honestly. I think BSD starts way too slow for him. And I think Paddy puts a serious whooping on him in the first round. And I think it just carries over into the rest of the fight.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said.
I don't see
it's gonna
BSD winning this.
I think it's going to look a lot like the BSD Moicano fight.
Yep.
There's going to be some kind of weird scramble eventually. Paddy's going to end up on top and just start raining down hell.
Yep.
And if the ref doesn't stop it, I think BSD will open himself up to being quickly subbed because Paddy's ground level is amazing. His chin holds up well. If Justin Gaethje couldn't knock him out, I don't think BSD's gonna.
No.
Rumors of BSD having staph on his foot.
Dirtiest man alive.
His fight against Hooker, he was very scared and timid. He just wouldn't shoot for the takedowns and go for it. He was very worried about probably the gillies. He was worried about Hooker's freaking teeps, which they were hurting him. BSD's weakness might be his stomach. If Paddy can throw a few good teeps, get BSD worried about that, maybe he can take him down some. I don't know. I just think Paddy gets it here. Paddy, I think I'm leaning a KO.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, dude. Do you think ground and pound?
Yeah, it's gonna end up on the ground. I just don't think BSD's BJJ ground game is going to be as elite as Patty's. I like BSD's wrestling a little bit better than Patty's. But the ground game, once it's down there, it's all Patty.
And Patty's scrambles are so good.
They're amazing. He's not getting knocked out.
No.
The 34% of these people, almost 35% who took BSD by knockout are fucking idiots.
Yeah, no, dude. If Gaethje couldn't knock him out, there's no way. No way BSD's not. Why? Because he knocked out Benny? Okay.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't at this point? Exactly.
Yeah. Patty's only lost once by submission. And I'm trying to find when that was. Back in Cage Warriors in 2013.
Yeah.
And he's never let that happen again.
13
It was
years
an
ago.
anaconda that got
Yeah,
Patty.
it was nasty,
Anaconda
actually.
too.
He was out really, really bad from it. He was also 18 years old.
Yeah, he made sure that would never happen again to him.
Yeah.
So
Happy we're on the same
give me
side there.
Patty the Patty.
Yeah, give me Patty the Batty.
You have to be.
Moving up, man. Crazy. They give you no favors in the sport. Conor McGregor finally back after a 5-year layoff. I'll believe it when I actually see the ref say fight. Going up against Max Blessed Holloway. Need I introduce either of these men? Conor McGregor, obviously, almost 5 years ago to the day, coming off that nasty, nasty leg break against Dustin Poirier. Before that, he lost a KO to Dustin Poirier as well. His last win being 6.5 years ago against Donald Cerrone. Pretty nasty win, but 6 years ago was a long time, man. He was 31. Come back at 37 years old, fighting 34-year-old Max Holloway. Holloway coming off that kind of embarrassing loss to Charles Oliveira, but at least we forget about it most of the time. Before that, absolute dominant win over Dustin Poirier. Before that, lost to Ilia Topuria, who wasn't losing to Ilia a year and a half ago, and he looked good. He made it to the 3rd round, until he got caught. Before that, that win over Justin Gaethje, and before that, beating up the Korean Zombie. Take the name out of this, right, in the picture. You have a fighter coming off of a 5-year layoff and a devastating injury versus a fighter who's fought just in the last 2, not even 3 years, has fought 5 times. Who are you going to pick? You got to take Max Holloway. He's going to pepper Conor McGregor this whole fight. I think Holloway is going to look good at 170. I know McGregor's fought at 170 before. But I think Holloway's just going to put the pressure on him early and long. And I see the KO coming 1, 2, or 3 from Holloway. Obviously, McGregor's live to just catch him with that left hand. We don't know what Max's chin is looking like these days necessarily. Held up against Poirier after Ilia. Didn't really get... He actually got wobbled a bit against Oliveira, for being honest. If we're being completely honest here, and we're looking at the part of the fight where it wasn't just a snooze fest, he did get rocked by Oliveira pretty bad a couple of times. McGregor live for the first round KO, always. That's what he does. But I don't think he finds it against Jerome here. I think Holloway peppers him 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I'm taking Max. I'm taking the KO call, but I think it's a 3, 4, or 5.
I don't see McGregor
Conor's
being able to
cardio.
survive 5 right now. He was begging for a 3-round fight.
Exactly, his cardio. Maybe that all he thinks he can do is 3. Maybe his cardio starts to give 2.5. Maybe after like 1.5 rounds, 7.5 minutes, his cardio starting to go. Maybe he makes it into round 3. Maybe round 4, depending on if Max picks it up or not. That his cardio is completely gone. Yeah, I don't know. Dustin was able to out-wrestle Conor a bit, and Max was able to out-wrestle Dustin a bit. So I got to give the wrestling advantage to Max because Conor doesn't like to wrestle at all. You're right. Conor's live for the first round. He definitely has the power to do it. But Max is too smart.
Yeah. Max ain't going to go out there gunslinging with him. He's not stupid.
Max is fast. Like, he told Ilya he wasn't going to stand right in the center and square with, like, he's not an idiot. Max knows what he's doing. And I think he gets his, he redeems himself over that last time he fought Connor. And I
Which
think he gets
again
a
was
win.
like, what, 13 years ago?
Years ago.
Was it 2013 or 2016 when they fought?
Let me see.
It was a long time ago. Way longer than you can count.
Where's Max?
Holloway was
Where's
like
Max?
21 or 19 or something.
Cerrone, Habib,
Keep going.
Alvarez,
Keep going.
Diaz,
Keep going. Keep going.
Memphis, Silva,
Keep
Poirier,
going.
Holloway, 2013. 13 years ago.
Yeah, no, we're going to factor that in, actually.
Almost to the day, 13 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, Max, the Hawaiian kickboxer, man, the fighting spirit of Hawaii. He's gonna put boots to asses and knock Connor out. I don't see a world where Conor McGregor loses 2 fights back to back to Dustin Poirier, getting knocked out in both. Well, doctor stoppage in one of them, but
He
still knocked
was
out
still
in one of
getting
them.
work, though.
Yeah. And then comes back 5 years later and beats Max, who is fighting at the top level as of recently. Top level.
All I'm going to say...
I don't see that timeline.
All I'm going to say, I said the same exact thing while Gaethje was walking out in his last fight. I said there's not a timeline where he wins this fight. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not picking McGregor. I don't think he wins this fight. I would absolutely love to see what happens if he does, though. The opportunities that arise...
He wins it.
If he wins it, we got to see him fight Gaethje at 155. Have to. You have to.
No, he wins it. They give him Islam.
If Islam beats Gary. They won't give him
True.
Islam if Islam loses.
Has that a fight officially been announced by UFC?
Yeah,
it's
official. Yeah, it's official.
Okay. Just want to make a say that's not official
And
yet.
they wouldn't
Maybe
keep
they
Islam.
switched it up.
They wouldn't keep Islam waiting again. Apparently, McGregor has another fight signed already for February, which I think is weird. But obviously no name on it.
Really?
He said that, yeah, like in an interview, yeah. He's like, I'm back for at least 2 fights.
This is his last contracted fight, I thought.
Apparently not. Or it's a one-off that they signed him for, which I don't know. Could be Ilya if he comes back in February, but
interesting.
Who knows? We'll find more out about that in the later part of the year. That'd be a fun fight.
That'd be huge.
All right. Anything else, Brodie?
Not really. Best underdogs of the card are Patty and Batista. Do with that with what you will.
Yep. Don't forget to come back Friday for our regularly scheduled bet video, and then not going to say too much yet, but right after that stream ends, we're going to be recording a video for OKC with a very, very, very special guest. It will be a recorded and posted video, not a live stream for next Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Talk to you Friday. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Peace.